Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday before a wonderful weekend. I appreciate all the comments after yesterday's video. There are a couple comments that sort of, lean more towards the how do I say it? The controversy of the virus and people doubting the numbers. Number one, doesn't sound like anyone who's commenting is doubting that a virus exists. SARS-CoV-2 is real. SARS-CoV-2 spreads easily. SARS-CoV-2 creates a disease called COVID-19, and the virus kills many people. It kills more people over 65 than anyone else, but no one is really spared. We talked about how it affects children. It is still doing that. In children, it seems to be a syndrome that occurs at least weeks after that child was either infected or exposed to SARS-CoV-2. We call that disease MIS-C, multisystem inflammatory syndrome in children, MIS-C, Kawasaki-like disease. It affects teenagers. News today, there was a 16-year-old, otherwise healthy person who died from it. It affects young adults. When we talk about the risk factors, we talk about who it affects mostly. But let's be clear about the information. Everyone from toddlers through those in advanced age are susceptible. We focus on the biggest groups who die from the disease. And that's, again, over 65 by far, diabetics, smokers, people who are overweight, people with chronic diseases, heart, lung, kidney, liver, people on chemotherapy or therapy for treatment of cancers. But no one's spared. Numbers are going up. There's no doubt about it. We could argue over the numbers. We could debate all day long whether the numbers are skewed one way or another. Most experts believe that the number of deaths are underreported. I'll explain that to you in brief. If there's a patient of advanced years with known disease, known heart disease, let's say, who passes at home, that person is not likely going to be going from home to a hospital. Frequently they go from home to a funeral parlor setting, so they never have an autopsy. So their cause of death would be cardiopulmonary arrest, secondary to heart disease or diabetes or whatever else. So and that happens. That happens. So there are a lot of people who have passed who were never diagnosed with COVID-19. Conspiracy theories abound. here's what I want people who follow those to hear. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you recognize that there is a virus that does indeed spread easily. It spreads easier through respiratory droplets. It spreads less easily from surface, hand, face to lungs, but it occurs. The majority of people who are exposed and carry SARS-CoV-2 will either not get sick or be only mildly ill, scratchy throat, runny nose, a little bit of a cough, aches, pains, belly upset. The majority of people who carry it, who have no symptoms or mild symptoms, are the ones that are carrying it to those who will die from it. Focusing on the things that are based in conspiracy do no good to help protect you. It's a virus. It's dangerous. It spreads easily. Kills people. Are the numbers of death right? Are they wrong? Are they exact? The point is this is a virus that needs to be controlled. Spending your energy trying to figure out if there's a conspiracy about the death rate, the case rate, well, I don't get it. What I do understand is I need you to protect yourself from the virus. This virus and how it may affect you needs to be separated from the political implications, from the financial implications, from the social implications. What I mean by that is, it's obvious that we can't ignore all those other facets of this virus and of this disease. But the goal is that you don't catch this. So if you don't want to catch this disease, when you don't have to go out, don't go out. If you have to go out, wear a facial covering. Facial covering has some protection for you, we have found. True, it protects others if you are a carrier, and you may be. What does it matter whether or not the local bowling alley is opening or not? If you want to go bowling, go bowling. Wear a facial covering. Stay 6 feet at a minimum away from everyone else. A lot of hand washing. I guess bring hand sanitizer and wash the bowling ball. But you want to have something to eat at a restaurant? Look at takeout. Or go to a restaurant that has outdoor seating and you're at least a minimum of 6 feet away from everyone. Wear a mask until you start eating. Put the mask back on after you're done eating. Treating this virus and preventing you from getting sick needs to be unlinked with the economy. It needs to not be associated with what politician is telling you to do what. Protecting you has nothing to do with that. Protecting you has to do with your choices. Health care begins with self-care. And beyond that, it should be between the relationship between you and your physician. Not to be determined by your relationship between you and social media, or you and the news commentator, or you and the politician who's making a speech about why he's opening his state, county, government, whatever. They have to be open. Financially, they have to be open. It just is. It doesn't mean that you have to expose yourself to being ill. When you go to a supermarket, wear a facial covering, and if someone is within 6 feet of you or coming within 6 feet of you and they're not wearing a facial covering, walk the other way. Don't go to the cashier that has no facial covering. You don't have to expose yourself to people without facial coverings. The take home here is, don't get so caught up in the political, financial, economical, social media aspects of this thing. It's a virus. Protect yourself. Healthcare begins with self-care. I pray for you all. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. I look forward to doing this again on Monday. Good night, everyone.